amarillo, 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 plátano.
Hello and welcome back to Wish for Death Island. Today we're finally gonna finish the disaster that is the first and only season of Gotham Knights, successor of the terrible and also cancelled Batwoman. You all deserve to know what happened to this amazing cast of very diverse and purposeful characters, so let's begin. I've done things a little differently and honestly I had a lot more fun. I decided to intercut a bit of a live reaction like the legendary Miss Longbone does, and it's also included with my usual explanations. Hey guys, do you want to watch A Town Called Malice, guys? Hey guys, do you want some grilled chicken from Mary Brown, guys? Hiya friends. I just wanted to add something right before we start the video. This video has been beyond frustrating to make, and I really mean that because recording it, you know, riffing off of the content, all of that was fine, but then as soon as I edited everything, it was struggling so hard to render, not because of my computer's power or anything like that, just Vegas Pro decided that it wanted to be the biggest shit in the entire world, and I am beyond frustrated. I usually don't even say this like that much, but this video just put me through absolute fucking garbage to get it done, between like making sure that the copyright thing was all fucky. Look, I'm not asking for much. I'm not even asking you to like pay attention to the video. If you watch it and you're like, nah, it's not for me, just play it on mute in the background in like another tab to just validate me for a little bit, because of the shit that I have to go through with this fucking video. I swear to God that's all I want, okay? That's it. Yeah, back to normal. Just oh my god. I've decided to put in some art that I was working on for a thumbnail for a friend of the channel, and I'll link the video that's for in the description. Anyways, if you want a recap of the first 3 episodes that we covered an eon ago, this orphan named Turner was adopted by Batman, but Batman was murdered, so Turner became what we call a double orphan. Then he got framed for the murder and became a fugitive, and at the same time, there were these diversity hot topic kids who got framed and they became friends. One of them is the Joker's daughter, and she is very cringy and reminds me of Alice. Then we have this person who I cannot remember the name of, who is trans, and this is totally fine by me if not for the fact that through his character they promote trans surgery being performed on children and young teenagers, instead of just letting this trans character be a, you know, real character who is normal and not a propaganda mouthpiece. I think this character is about 16 or 17, and he was a young person when he apparently got the full transition, the full surgery, all of the hormones, everything. So they're very supportive of this fact, and that the cast thinks this is nothing wrong with this. It's not abnormal whatsoever for a child to be going through that. So I have a bit of a problem with that. He could have been a great representation as a trans character that is just well written and normal, you know what I mean? But they had to just do this instead, and it's quite disappointing. Anyway, so far the only real thing they've done is discover that there is an Illuminati group called the Court of Owls who is killing people off and are behind Batman's death, and also Harvey Dent is here. He is suffering from the Jekyll and Hyde type of situation where there's an evil alter of his running around and apparently killing everyone. Anything else that happens I'll explain, or it doesn't make sense, and the show is bad anyway, so it doesn't really fucking matter. It got cancelled. Also, now that it's December, the Christmas item that I have on my shop is now up, and I also have some calendars that you can get for the next year. All patrons will be getting these calendars now. I'll mail out the December mail and November mail at the same time very soon, or I've already done it. Not sure when this video goes up, but either way, yeah. We pick up in episode 4. We're back to hell, motherfuckers. This guy's like Black Alex Jones, and he has a bunch of like holes in him. I assume like the creepy ghost robot monsters are controlling his brain. It's one of the bullets that fell down and killed Samantha. Can I show that on YouTube? I don't know. Please, no more of this music, I beg you.
This from the teacher's lounge.
Of course he liberated the fucking cake. Liberated it. These guys are trying to solve all of the cold cases in the police department to find clues about who this Illuminati bird-themed group Court of Owls are and why they killed those people. They seem to find marks on the bodies of these people, these weird X shapes, that apparently the medical examiners in the entire police department did not even bother to look at and completely brushed off. Now this is already kind of retarded, but we also have some brilliant acting to accompany this. Wait, is all this woman doing just running around on a scooter? They were like, oh, we need to find her something crazy to do, something zany and weird. Put her on the fucking scooter. Wait, so the knife that was used to cut the cake has the... Where did you get that from? Was it just there with the cake? What does that mean? So last time, Robin, who is a 15-year-old girl this time, which makes total sense how she's able to take down an entire gang, was operating in secret, and Harvey Dent, or Misha as I sometimes call him, took credit for this, not intentionally, but the news just decided that he did it instead. And he is also new candidate for the mayor of Gotham, which is bad for him because he has an evil version of himself who is also Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh, of course the sassy black woman has to go, that's right. I don't understand how the blonde girl is like such an excellent hacker when she looks like the kind of person that would fail at like random kindergarten maths.
Harvey's there?
Who Harvey? My dad. So much of this show is bickering that, I don't know. Reaction Tara kind of talked about it a bit, so I'll leave that for when that happens. But just know every time there is like 2 minutes of action and plot, there's about 5 minutes of bickering, relationship discussion, and bad jokes. They decide to sneak the cold case files that they borrowed back into the police department and put in a USB to update even more information and hack the mainframe or whatever. I don't know. It's a duck. Quaxpane did this. She's just like control effing the murders. Is it just me, or do they always use the exact same database graphics whenever they talk about like hacking into like government things? Wait a fucking second. Apparently no one has been looking at years and years and years of content that features the same X cut. Hundreds of years, and people were just like, oh, these are all just accidental cuts. And the law enforcement's just like, well, there's nothing to see here. Everyone just has those random X cuts when they commit suicide. I don't believe this. The teenagers managed to very rapidly understand what's happening with these cold cases, which apparently means that they're much smarter than basically every single other person in the entire city who is qualified to do these things, because nobody seems to care. A lawyer at the start of the episode was murdered, so the gang wants to break into the murdered lawyer's apartment to see if he has any connection to the Court of Owls and why they decided to bugsnax him. You'd think that there'd be more evidence if every single person who suffered some sort of psychotic break also had, like, the X things all over them, and they'd be like, wow, this is some sort of weird bullshit. We should think about this. Oh, Bel Air. Do you want to watch Bel Air, guys?
No kidding. Suddenly goes
oh no, now this guy's gonna be like, no, but you understand what it's like, so I'll be okay. For the power of diversity.
Your not girlfriend just about got me killed while she was busy cosplaying Rebel.
Cosplaying a rebel? I could say the same thing about you lot. Or anyone who watches this show who thinks that they're cool by protesting oil or whatever, when all of that is funded directly by rich companies who want to control our position. And it's almost like you guys don't actually know what the fuck you're talking about and you just want to feel special. They find the knife that was used to make those weird incisions all over the cold case people's bodies. Just, you know, it's just hanging out there. Like, towards the start of the episode, they just kind of find it. You know, sometimes shit like this just happens very conveniently, huh? But they find out that it's from an old serial killer who was around about 150 years ago, and they managed to catch his daughter, who is in an asylum, and she's a very, very old woman now. So that guy's definitely dead, right? Oh, I don't really care about this B-plot. I wonder if I'll remember to put it in the script. Oh no, it's related to the Bird Gang. I'm just gonna call him Bird Gang. Wait, so he changed his will, and then he took the one copy. Nobody else kept an archive, and then they were just like, What could he have possibly done that is, like, gonna change everything in Gotham? Is he leaving all of it to, like, the diversity orphans on the street or something? The lawyer's son has been guarding his house after his dad died, and because of a sob story that you know, doesn't really tell anything. The double often's just like, I'm looking for the truth too. The son just decides that this is okay and lets them take things from his dad's house. How do you know that these guys aren't part of the secret agents that took your dad down, you fucking idiot? I guess that's just the way it works. The alien took a liking to Ray and gave her a special MacGuffin.
It's a McMuffin.
But it shows that the lawyer was indeed tracking the owls, and that's why they took him out. This lawyer had apparently done something to Bruce Wayne's will before he died and left the double orphan a double orphan instead of a single orphan. So they need to find out what that was, but there's only one copy of it and Bruce took it somewhere because, fuck backups, I guess. The gang also decides to go and see the serial killer's old daughter, who looks pretty fucking crazy. Wait, so they cut the shit out of... The whole motive for this guy killing Bruce was that he was gonna get cut out of the will. So someone in the police force lied that he was cut out of the will when the only copy of the will was taken with Bruce somewhere. But there's no other fucking evidence that it could have been him. But they're just... I think him running away from the scene made them think it was him because he's a fucking retard and he decided to look suspicious. Why do I care about... Like, even if there's some evil bullshit going on, I feel like I'm rooting for those evil guys to kill these guys because they're so annoying.
We're gonna have a lot to talk about.
Oh no, she's trying to look like Alice did.
I never married, but
Oh my god, she's like Speedwagon. She never married. She's just like Speedwagon. I love Speedwagon.
you could tell.
Wait, why are they giggling? What the fuck? Is she crazy? Why is the blonde girl making the connection that there's something going on when they had so much evidence prior to this and then she just doesn't fucking... none of the people who run the city care? If the autopsy showed any drugs or anything, then why the fuck didn't the people who are doing the murder mystery realize that? Hey guys, do you want to watch a town called Malice? Guys? Hey guys, do you want grilled chicken? From Mary Brown's? Everyone who's connected to the owls or are being threatened by the owls seems to have this like coin that is left at their location to kind of signal that there is something happening with these owl guys. They seem to really like the whole chocolate coin thing. After all of this, despite the fact that these knives were just kind of left there and so many experts looked at the cold cases, this stupid blonde genius or whatever decides that it's hallucinogens that are in the knives that get shoved into people and cause them to die after being crazy and killing themselves and hallucinating and all that nonsense, right? It took so long to figure that out. And I also forgot to mention that in the previous episodes there was this weird guy who dresses in black. He looks like a mall ninja, and then I guess they send him out to kill people, but then they also have those knives to kill people, and it's like I don't know what determines which. I guess it's just both of them. Might as well, just to have fun. The old lady is crazy. She says that the owls are watching and that apparently her dad is connected to them and he's still alive, and him being with the owls means that she has a nice time in her weird asylum. I guess she's okay with that. Misha tries to find out what's up with these chocolate coins that the owls keep leaving around because the chocolate actually tastes pretty good. It doesn't taste like that dollar store shit, you know, it's not ashy as fuck. But he says but he apparently already took the evidence out and he doesn't remember because the other evil him did it.
I watch a lot of true crime.
Of course you watch a lot of true crime, you're a white woman. Oh, and the nanny's crazy. She's the one who's doing the owl things, I guess. She should just shoot him in the back of the head, honestly. I'm kind of tired of all of these people. Oh.
For any of this to happen.
Did you do it?
Shoot her! I want some blood!
By making his death possible.
I didn't kill him, I just killed him, bro. I'd join them, to be honest. They look fun. I mean, their masks look kind of gay, but, like, if they let me shoot pedophiles in the head without any consequences, like, I'd join them. I'm just rambling though, because I'm kind of not paying attention. The Talon guy just looks like one of those goth mall ninjas, you know what I'm talking about? Bullets can't work on me, I have got an anime on my side. Oh no, the lights went out, I'm kind of scared of the dark. Calzones? What now I'm paying attention? Little paisano? You go to hell before you die. Talk to your rabbi, please. Oh, now she's having like a privilege argument. Misha, no. Misha, why do you have the key? Misha, you're doing bad things. Yeah, honestly, I feel like multiple times in this entire show, these bird-masked motherfuckers show up and they're like, join us, join us, join us, and it's like, why not though? It seems kinda, I don't know, I like them more, I like the secret terrorist organization more than the main characters. I don't know if it says something about me, but I'm okay with this. But they keep wanting Bruce Wayne's double orphan to join them for some reason. He escapes and goes back to the hideout because he's a goody two-shoes and doesn't want to join the cool people. But whatever. Misha then finds out that his Skeletor alter ego apparently did something bad, but he doesn't really know what it was. There was this music box that the old lady had with her, and the crazy meth head Joker lady stole it because, you know, reasons. You'd think that they would start looking at it if it's so special and it might have a clue, but they don't. They just kind of leave it around and wait for the plot to make them do that later. Fatherlessness. I just want to make it clear that I'm really, really grateful that my dad's in my life, because otherwise I'd end up like that person. Oh no, did the mole ninja die? Oh, he's immortal because the owls have magic powers. Oh no, is someone else gonna get murdered? The guy looks like one of those YouTube cooks. Oh no, you're gonna take the yeast out of my bread? No. Oh no, they burned everything. Robin's mum started noticing the dirt on her daughter's shoes and coffee and whatnot. Wait, she's 15? She's 15 and they're running around doing all this stupid crap? Fucking CW. Oh no, Misha. You can do better than her. She looks like a putu bird. Yeah, kick the side bitch out. Yeah, kick their putu bird looking ass out. The old lady's fees for the asylum are very expensive, and they've managed to track it down to a shell company. So they think that with the shell company, they can manage to find out the you know, underbelly of the bird people who are leaving chocolate coins everywhere. So they just track it down. You know, sometimes I would like to criticize the way that they do things, but it's like the same thing over and over again, where it's like, okay, yeah, they apparently made all of these conclusions that the police did not make by just like Googling shit and writing things down. And they're like, hey, that makes sense. And it's like, yeah, I'm sure anyone else could have figured that out, but why are you the only ones who can figure that out? Like, they just, and then they go there, and then they beat people up, and then they win, and then they take the clues, and then they come back, and they do the exact same thing over and over again. You know what I'm saying? You know what? This girl looks like a putu bird. I keep calling people that, but like, look at her face. Oh, that is such a lame line. Stop smiling. Oh, they're doing the whole heist thing, aren't they? Can we actually get to like the funny stuff instead of bickering about relationships? Okay, so basically they're trying to sneak into the warehouse and it's like shaky cam annoying sort of bullshit. And then in between they're having like the stupid drama at the parents thing, and both of it's like filler, so I'm gonna skip a bunch of this. So they find out that the mob is connected to the owls because evil people, I guess. However, Misha goes to the shrink because he has a Skeletor alter ego, and it very much annoys him because he is scared of Skeletor. Because, did you know that there is a skeleton in you right now at this very moment? Don't panic. Don't panic. It'll know. It'll know that you know. Run, get out of there. You can't escape. Okay, so he has a alter ego that is like cooler than him, but we don't get to see him because of the plot. And yeah, that's enough. Can we stop with the drama bullshit, please? I just want people to get murdered. Oh, the mom really is an addict. I can see where you got the white woman genes from. The gang finds dirty money with the crackhead criminals, and this is the money that they've been using to pay for the old woman's treatment. Where have they been receiving this money? Apparently from whoever the mystery person is that is supporting her under the guise of being her dead father, and that person works for the chocolate coin bird company. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Misha, no. Misha, you can't do this. Get out of this show, Misha. Why did they take the money? That's just even worse. What the fuck were you guys doing in there? I don't understand what the fuck. All the poor people are just picking up the money from the streets. Wow, they're such good characters. Who fucking cares where the money was originally taken from? Now you're just gonna give it back to random drug addicts on the street instead of the original owners. Oh, now they're the good guys. And then random woman that I forgot the name of apparently dated one of these criminals because she is a very upstanding citizen and should be rooted for as the main protagonist. And it's bad that I like the Shadow Wizard Money Gang better than her, but she's kind of annoying. Anyway, she tries to flirt with him and rekindle their romance for the sake of just, you know, not dying, but it doesn't really work. Meanwhile, Girl Genius's mom is a complete addict. She's on Xanny, she's on Percocets, she's on the lint that she found under the couch. She's on that shit that Dracula Flo is on, you know what I'm saying? She's smoking that shit in the miasma. That shit ain't nothing to her. She is him, she was him, and she will continue to be him. Misha then gets a call from the court and they play some weird music that you'd figure out is basically just activating his Skeletor side or something or other. They're taunting him somehow. Meanwhile, the gang decides that the best course of action is to just set fire to the entire building and escape in the car, which is like the most bonehead solution ever. I don't know why they wasted their time doing the other thing when this is clearly easier. We also get a reminder about the transition, which again, this dialogue with older characters, I understand that if you had a character who was going through abuse and their abusive parent was very, very shitty about them having issues and they got diagnosed with gender dysphoria by a competent professional, they're an adult and they decided they needed to go through this, it would be a very interesting character development for them and something that they would discuss with their sibling. That is totally fine. I just hate the fact that they're minors and they're talking about this as if it's perfectly fine for a minor to go through hormones and surgery. It's child abuse to even insinuate that this is something that is normal. Oh, so she didn't tell him anything because she was like, oh, you're trans, you can't handle it. Oh yeah, they're flirting, by the way. Daddy issues and daddy issues together. Double orphan really got a good one in this crazy motherfucker. Oh no, Misha, you gotta get out of here, Misha. Come on, Misha. No, you fucked the poodle bird, Misha. Okay, let's go. One more. I got one more in me. But apparently, she's one of the rich people in Gotham, and her husband is the guy that's running against Harvey Dent for the mayor. So Harvey, fucks her. I don't really know why. She looks like a putu bird, but she fucked him. I mean, he's not very happy about that, but it happened, I guess. I guess Skeletor did that, his evil alter ego. Thomas Wayne is one of the ancestors of Batman. Thomas Wayne's killer is going to die, so Dent decides to visit and just finds out that the owls are apparently behind this execution because the killer has outstayed his usefulness. Is he trying to do a John Hurt impression? Okay, so when you actually start skipping through all of the nonsense in this, like the stupid relationship shit, the show halves. There's 20 minutes of shit in there to talk about, and then the rest of it's just let's stand around and look moodily out the window. You won't believe it. Do you think this guy, Double Orphan, is trying to do a Edward Cullen kind of look? Because I feel like that's the vibe I'm getting. The cringy, pale, vampire, aloof guy who can't really... Do you get what I'm putting down? Yeah, it's definitely Cullen. It's definitely Cullen. Hey guys, do you want to watch A Town Called Malice, guys? Hey guys, do you want some grilled chicken from Mary Brown, guys? Girl Genius goes to her Clue show, game show host dad, and Misha says that he is going to let the gang meet this old man killer because of their connection to the Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Meanwhile, Girl Genius does some boring stuff.
Trying to take down a murderous secret society that can...
Hang on a second.
And I can't exactly lead with,
Hey Dad, we're trying to take down a murderous secret
They
society
fucking... Did you see that? Did you see how bad that editing was? Let me play it again.
with, Hey Dad, we're trying to take down a murderous secret...
Yep. Nice editing, guys. Do you know how much I had to skip for you guys of them just drinking? Oh, so they got the cipher after drunk shenanigans, by the way. All of it's worthless. Oh, now she's a fucking medical expert. She's 15, man. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, the whole thing about the cops not figuring out people were framed makes sense to me because they can't figure out that everybody who apparently commits suicide has some weird fucking thing going on with them where they have X's etched into their skin and they start talking about putting chemicals in the water that make the frogs gay, but nobody connects any of that together, even though it took a fucking true crime watching trust fund white girl teenager and her gang of diversity hires to be able to put that together when like a grown-ass trained adult couldn't do it. I think that makes sense to me. And everyone gets drunk for like half the episode and I just kind of skipped it. Apparently this guy didn't actually kill Thomas Wayne whatsoever. Shadow Wizard Money Gang did that and they framed him for it, and now he's about to be executed because he got another coin and he knows that they're gonna do it as a distraction so that some other shit can happen. Shadow Wizard Money Gang just does that kind of shit, you know? And while this is happening, to stay under the radar, Robin's been working at the hospital with her mum because her mum realizes that she's been missing classes and doesn't know what's happening but thinks something bad's happening. But Robin then reveals herself to have strangely good medical knowledge, and then she doesn't know really how to do anything to like explain it, so it's just kind of a thing. And they have to show how good of a person she is, because she's a super smart, diverse teenager who can do anything that anyone else can do, even without an explanation as for why. They basically get a clue from the man that's gonna die, and it says that Shadow Wizard Money Gang has a street address where some clues are at, and it's like a thing that happens. They break in while the old white man gets bugsnaxed because no one cares about him. Oh, you okay there? They're still solving it while they're drunk, and they're doing drunk shenanigans, by the way. Hey guys, do you want to watch Bel Air, guys? Have you guys solved the riddle yet? It's kind of boring. We have friendship. Yes! They actually said it! I wonder if this guy is supposed to be like a parody of somebody that is in social media or something that they don't like. Because he looks kind of familiar, but I don't know who he's supposed to be. Oh no, Mystery Man is dead. What will we do? Oh, so the reason that they beat everyone up is because they want to do some fucking vigilante work. I don't know about you, but like, I'm rooting for the Court of Owls here. They're the good guys. Not because they're actually good people, but I don't know, I just find it kind of funny. I hope they win and kill everyone. What's wrong with you? Misha, what's wrong with you? However, while Dent is talking to his opposition in the runnings, the mall ninja breaks in and stabs him. I don't know why, but like that's the thing that happens. Very exciting. I love the like random dead pixels and shit. This is such a quality rip. Ooh, he's mean Robin. He's not doing a very good job. Wow, they're making them sound so good. The Rebel Diversity Group has done so many good deeds while they're trying to track down Bruce's killer that they've been given the name Gotham Knights. They think it's kinda cringy, but then they realize that they're actually super cool because they're the Gotham Knights. They're gonna save these paintings from being stolen for some fucking reason. The opposition that got Mall ninjaed in the last episode is in a coma now. Dent visits him to try and see what's happening, but unfortunately it looks like the man has been bugsnaxed and they don't really know what's happening anymore. Oh my god, it's the Poo-Too Bird! Don't fuck the Poo-Too Bird! Oh, she's such a whore. She waits for the guy to get injured and then she's like, wait a minute, I actually care about him. I don't want to cheat on him with Misha. Get rid of this side bitch hoe. She can't do anything. She looks like a bird. No, but like, she has a point though. You guys have the whole murder thing to solve, right? So why do you care about all of these people getting their stupid artwork stolen? Oh, of course it was owned by Alan Wayne. You got it tied into the plot somehow. The old crazy lady from before, who is the daughter of that serial killer, ends up being kidnapped because they need answers out of her. I don't really know what's wrong with this because she's clearly a deranged psychopath who wants innocent people to die. So I think that if they get answers out of her and they just kill her, that's totally fine with me. But Goody Two-Shoes decides that that's not okay, and that's basically going to be the plot's problem, I think. Alan Wayne is basically an old man in the past who owned a bunch of paintings and did a bunch of secret things, and he knew about the Court of Shadow Wizard Money Gang. He knew about Shadow Wizard Money Gang, and they're trying to look at his old notes and things that he left around the city as clues so that they can try and figure out who the Shadow Wizard Money Gang is so that they can put a stop to them. That's basically the entire series. Everything else is kind of, incidental. No, but she got a... Wait a minute, the old lady is the crazy one who thinks that her dad should be killing people. So you kidnapping her isn't really doing anything wrong. Like, why do you have to be such a fucking goody two-shoes all the time? If kidnapping her saves a bunch of people because you get some answers, I don't really see what's wrong with it. I think that whatever fucking name is who's angry about it, just being a fuck ass. Hey guys, do you wanna watch a chunk called Malice, guys? Hey guys, do you wanna watch Gold Barley Jackpot 18 million, guys? Wait, he's still alive? God damn it. I don't really see what's wrong with killing her. She's a crazy bitch. I'd kill her. Am I a bad person? No, it's the children who are wrong. This is why you should have killed her. I blame this one. What is this ad? I can't even read it. Oh, do you want to start a plan from just $15 a month, guys? While they're trying to rescue Alan Wayne's stolen paintings, there's lots of arguing because bickering is more important than getting the job done. Gotham Knights, they'll help you. Some percent of the time it works, kind of, maybe all the time. Shadow Wizard Money Game. The Tubb bird that Misha decided to fuck is scared because she's getting some unknown calls that she thinks is from the secret Shadow Wizard Money Gang, and she doesn't really know what to do. The whole painting thing was a bust. You guys are so stupid. No, he fucked the Tubb bird kid, Misha. Misha, why? They only now just opened up the stupid ass box? They could have done this the entire time. As soon as they got the box, they could have opened it. That's what I thought that they did. How did you guys miss this? Oh, so there's, what, maps under the paintings or something? It's always about the paintings. There's nothing interesting in the paintings. Random woman from the crew gets some intel on where the other paintings are. And who the thief is who's trying to steal all the paintings. So the gang does that. Meanwhile, the psychopathic old lady gets questioned. She basically said that her father is actually alive through some weird immortal means that prevents him from dying or aging, and that he's the guy that's in the mall ninja costume that keeps killing everyone. The old lady directly tries to kill them, and only now did Robin, Miss Goody Two-Shoes, decide that it's okay if maybe she dies. But even then they just let her go. I would have killed her. I mean, I don't know. Like, they use her as insurance in the end because one of their own almost gets kidnapped, but... And they need to save some hostages, but like, you can just kill her afterwards. I mean, she's not really serving that much of a purpose, is she? They managed to find the paintings. That's very exciting. Very, very exciting. Lots of like hostage things that don't look completely manufactured, and then don't question why a bunch of teenagers were able to beat all of these people up even though they belong to a secret organization full of assassins. It's just kind of the way it is. But the opposition wakes up, so he's okay. He's not bug snacked anymore. I took a break, now we're rocking and rolling again. Already, what the fuck? What? They're all rich? In the next episode, these guys are definitely just straight up trying to be Batman, basically. Like, they're like, we're such good guys, we're gonna take all of this stolen money and throw it into Detroit, where people are probably just gonna spend it on drugs or stab each other for it, even though the money belonged to other people. But the city is basically praising them for it because capitalism bad or some shit. They stole a bunch of watches from the Court of Owls, and they all thought that the watches were broken, so they were just kind of hanging on to them. However, they then decided to sync all the watches up together to look at them and realize that there's some weird sequence going on that is actually pointing to a code. The nanny, who's actually evil and part of the Owls, decides that she wants to leave Shadow Wizard Money Gang. So Misha is basically trying to hide her so that she doesn't die, and he needs to get information out of her. So he'll surely do that. She won't die. He'll do it. Don't worry. The plot's definitely gonna let him do that. I hope he doesn't fuck this Tubb bird.
And if they find out I'm about to talk,
Do you remember that one song from the Human League called Being Human? And they're about the guy like fucked some other chick, and then the other chick in the I want to say the third verse was like, I was also being human. So it's like they were both cheating on each other.
Personal matter.
Did he? Wait a minute. I totally missed that.
Where is Harvey Dent?
He just did the what you bring me.
What you bring me?
Then Tubb Bird's husband comes home and she finds... he finds the ring with Harvey Dent's initials on it in like... What is that? Fucking Helvetica Standard or some shit? Just sitting on the bed. They didn't even notice. They were being so careful about their affair, and he's just like, no, I take my ring. I got it off Wish. It turned my finger green. This is not the first time this has occurred. They find out that the weird pattern that the watches keep doing is actually a location and meeting time for the Owl's next court. So they decide to head there. Meanwhile, the opposition blames Double Orphan, who's already on the run, so the police and this guy are basically just blaming him up and down for every single thing that happens. Doesn't matter if he's connected or not, it's just kind of whatever.
I'm not sure. His spies are everywhere.
Maybe because you left your fucking ring there, you stupid
Maybe it's
bitch.
'cause it was man.
I thought you said you cared about him.
Cruel, even.
Why keep flip-flopping, you fucking putu? You won't believe how much flirting I had to sit through. They're about as compassionate as a brick wall, both of them. What you fucking taking it out on the window for? Oh, so her dad doesn't care about the mom being a junkie because he wants to have a good image, by the way. You're not missing anything, I just figured I'd summarize it for you. The 1% of you who gives a shit. I love how they're all like lounging around when it's just like a meth warehouse and they're acting like it's so fancy. But the Putu bird suspects that her husband knows about Misha and her hooking up, and she's like, oh no, I'm scared of him, even though beforehand when he got bug snacks, she was like, oh my god, I'm so scared of losing him, like which is it, motherfucker? Fucking Putu bird looking ass. When Dent goes to check up on Double Orphan's nanny, she is missing. It seems that Shadow Wizard Money Gang has already gotten her, so there won't be any answers to her anytime soon. Looks like she's probably dead. He also finds a tape that taunts him. It seems like when the piano music plays, Misha's Skeletor alter ego comes out. So basically they're like, there's something here that is making this group of people immortal, and we don't really know what it is. You'd think that they would like try and find it through some other weird means, but they just Google it? I don't think... So anyone else who is looking at the Shadow Wizard Money Gang, they've all died and they haven't been able to find anything. The teenagers just Google it and they get the answer?
I meant who prescribed them.
A doctor.
What a dumbass.
Who treats the prescription?
She's fucking shoisted. Web search, my favorite search engine. Did they just Google the immortality magic and it's just on Google? Very mysterious if it's on Google, you know what I mean? No one has ever had any access to this before. It's just teenage diversity is a true superpower that lets you Google things, right? Then they just waltz into the cult, they defeat Shadow Wizard Money Gang and steal the painting map that they were not able to recover from the previous episode, and this gives them the way to find where the fucking like immortal stone that they just googled came from. And like, okay, this nanny person, she was responsible for Bruce's death. They basically said that, right? And Double Orphan decides to save her from execution anyway because he's just a fucking goody two-shoes. And then she doesn't even say anything useful, she just dies anyway, and then he gets kidnapped because they don't really... They don't know how to use their legs to get out of there. They take on the major cult, and they're just teenagers, and they're like, haha, funny. I didn't know Double Orphan was into Hello Kitty girls. Well, why not just let her die? She's a bitch, right? Just let her die.
Why would you save my life?
Exactly, she's a bitch.
For everything I've done.
Because it was the right thing to do.
Fucking loser.
I want answers.
I don't want macaroni, I want answers. Oh, she died, by the way. Can't have any good father figures in the CW. The writers have never experienced that themselves, so they wouldn't know how to write them. Oh yeah, Mr. Man, I forgot his name, is part of the Owls. Whoop-de-fucking-do! Girl Genius is having issues because her dad is totally fine with fueling her mum's weird addiction to every single substance known to man, and I don't really care, but there's a lot of yelling. The quality on this one's bad. Scuzzy. It's just the way it is. They just put that motherfucker on everything. Like, some guy, like, you know that meme where the guy, like, falls off his bike? And he's like, fuck you, Turner. The nanny's murder has been discovered, and guess who got framed for it again? They just keep adding everything. He's like, oh no, I lost my pencil. That damn Turner, he must have gotten it. They want to go and find the immortal substance, aka the magic coke, and trade it for Double Orphan so that he can return and the owls can hopefully leave them alone. This entire episode revolves around Double Orphan being stabbed with the hallucinogen and hallucinating. That's it. Like, in between there's like 5 minutes of actual plot, and then they just go back to him like dancing around on the happy juice from the devil. Oh, he's hallucinating a bunch, by the way. That's all that's happening this episode, really. I don't really know what the point of this is. Maybe it's because I don't care. What are you doing here, son? We gave you up for a reason. You suck. Yeah, I think you guys are doing more to hurt feminism than any of this. CW, thank you. They initially decide to 3D print the magic immortality stone to try and trade it. It doesn't really end up that way, but they try. I don't know how you can 3D print a magic stone and the guys would know. I mean, you think it'd weigh a different amount or something? I don't know. But apparently the Batman feels responsible for Double Orphan's parents being murdered in the first place. Graphic design is my passion. Yeah, this is most of the episode. He's just been talking to them about nonsense. And then he's like, oh my goodness. I'm going through some real character development right now, guys. Okay, so he found out that he's the spooky killer because when somebody plays Spicy Mozart, he starts getting a bit, you know...
Simple triangulation of radio waves.
Yes, a simple triangulation of radio waves. I love how the whole plot thing was like, oh my god, we need to find this guy, and we need to find the rock, and then they just find where he is anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. Did he really do that with the fucking 3D printer? I highly doubt that. Oh yeah, he woke up, by the way. It's almost the end of the episode, just wanted to let you know. Very exciting. Lots of exciting things have happened.
Didn't you ever wonder why?
No, not really.
This isn't my
I would join, to be honest with you. I'm already completely sold.
everything.
Oh, by the way, they say that the Batman murdered Double Orphan's parents, and that is why he's a double orphan. But my whole thing is like, what if the parents were like super crackheads? You know what I mean? Like, what if they stole babies' kidneys? Like, you don't know. You don't know what they were up to.
Because Batman made me one.
Ziploc! Oh yeah, he's getting the shakes now.
I know.
Too Harvey, too furious. I like this Harvey better. And that's a trifling matter. If only I could find out what happened with that in season 2. Oh wait. He almost dies though during his hallucinogenic fit, and they save him. But they have to use the magic rock to save him, and the Shadow Wizard Money Gang takes it, and then they ride off into the sunset. Now, just when you think that they've got him home safe, apparently something was wrong with the immortal magic rock because he starts getting the meth shakes, and that's a problem. Oh, she's probably got a doctor's degree now.
Away from Turner.
The fucking teenagers here are so smart, you know? They know everything. Oh, he got fucking slaved! He knows where the wind blows, you know what I mean? Little update, I am now 6 minutes into the episode and he is still talking. In the next episode they find out that he got radiated because the magic rock has Slav technology, and they don't know how to boil water if you remember Chernobyl. The opposition's son, Brady, finds the owl mask and other things from Shadow Wizard Money Gang inside the family safe. He starts getting very concerned and thinks that his dad is a murderer. In the meantime, Dent took a whole lot of pills and passed out on the couch so that he and his fucking Crypt Keeper alter ego, who's doing this like Pickle Rick voice the entire time because he's the evil one, start fighting. The alter ego basically just up and explains that he is the alter ego that happened because all of the abuse and society made Dent snap and create an alter ego for himself that has killed people and is like has a Crypt Keeper voice. That's the entire thing. They just fucking explain it right up in there, and it's so lame. It's so lame. Misha, how did you get here? Is he, the more radiated he gets, is he gonna turn into like Shadow the Hedgehog version of himself? But he doesn't kill at all? What if it's like a zoophile or something? Do you know what I mean? I'd kill. Hey guys, do you wanna watch Bumkus? This guy's acting is the worst in the whole series, this motherfucker.
Eyes, and it almost looked like
An owl?
yeah.
It's me, Shadow the Hedgehog.
I'm here. Me.
Okay, so he just explained everything. That's boring. I still don't get why he uses a Crypt Keeper voice when he's doing the evil side of him. Boy Wonder over here is still acting his heart out.
The court has its claws.
He's trying his hardest, guys.
Includes the GCPD.
He's very concerned.
Kevin, your dog just died.
Brock is concerned. His acting is superb, by the way, the best actor in the entire series. They managed to convince Robin's mom to get Double Orphan treated for his radiation. I don't know how the fuck they manage it. They just use black woman magic to like unradiate him. They could have used that with like, you know, any other radiation victim known to man. I'm sure they would have loved to see that kind of technology. Hey guys, do you want to watch Code 404, guys? How old is this guy? He looks like he's in his 20s.
This is going to sound
How long has he been passed out? Having this conversation with the mini-me. Dad's been lying to us all these years. Well, he does sound like the Crypt Keeper. Why is he's fighting himself? That's hilarious. And Harvey Dent beats up himself. And then when they zoom out back to reality, he's like shaking on the couch. And he's like, man, I keep beating myself up. I gotta punch myself. Oh my god. Don't trust anyone, not even yourself. He's having a fucking meth shake while he's on the couch. I'm punching myself. Am I supposed to be surprised?
I was Batman's sidekick.
Yeah, fucking right. Like, she'd believe that. However, Brock dies because both of his parents are actually involved in Shadow Wizard Money Gang, and him telling his blonde girl genius friend is risking their operation. Then Double Orphan and the Joker's meth baby decide to get frisky. Why do they even have a kid at this point? If he's just dead, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, the meth girl and Double Orphan fucked, by the way. Took a bit long. I really don't... this sounds like something that I usually wouldn't say, but I am not in the mood to stare at her tits right now.
I guess being a 15-year-old vigilante isn't what she had in mind when she told me to help out around the community.
I hate this show. That's a fucking line and a half right there. The cops get some playing cards in a box in the next episode, you know, just as you do. I suppose that's just a normal occurrence in Gotham. Sensing that Brock is in danger, Girl Genius decides to go to the cops and try and present all of the information that she has about Shadow Wizard Money Gang. However, while her dad is getting illegal prescriptions to fund the mom's addiction, he gets arrested in the act. The opposition then shows up again and decides to confront the teenager about, you know, Shadow Wizard Money Gang and, I don't know, taxes. The cards are actually a sign from Duella's mom that she managed to get out of the asylum and wants to meet Duella. So Duella now sees her as a contact to try and find out more about what really happened to Double Orphan's parents, and they're gonna go hang out at the bar. Basically, this is an excuse for her to get Dent to show up and then drug him so that she and Duella can have a little trauma meet-up and kill him, because she reveals that she banged him and that's Duella's actual dad. I don't know if this is comic book accurate, doesn't really sound like it is, sounds kind of fucking stupid, but that's kind of what happened. The acting is incredible as well. I'm having a temper tantrum. Sorry, I haven't said anything in a while because nothing much has been happening then.
You?
So this bitch just marches in and she's like, yeah, and then everybody clapped.
Did you sleep with my mom and then lie about it?
Oh, he's fucking all the Putu buds. What kind of decisions are you making? You're choosing the worst ones. She's probably got like a rat's nest down there. You gotta get checked, man. Oh, he's not dead. God damn it. Double Orphan is just kind of hanging around, and then he ends up getting back to the hideout. Nothing really exciting happens there. The blonde and random woman that I keep forgetting of the name of decide to get together because CW, of course. You think that Dent is dead after that interaction with two people who I think must smell really bad, but the owl coin in his pocket had saved him, so he's still alive. However, Putu is not happy with these events because she wants to be the ruler of the entire Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Her husband is also getting in the way. Her husband does win the election in the final episode though. Hey, it's the last episode! Everybody's celebrating! They brought some old geezer back, I don't know. Oh, but don't worry, the zombies are important, but we have to watch the lesbians now. That's more important. However, it seems that he has recorded the event of him killing people for some fucking reason, and the teenagers find out about this and decide to try and get this footage. And due to Brock not being around anymore because he used his frying pan as a drying pan, they find Putu Bird and husband very suspicious, and they don't really know how to act. They try to meet up with Harvey Dent to try and create a distraction so that they can sneak into Putu Bird's house and find the evidence of him killing people or doing Shadow Wizard Money Gang things. However, they actually find a secret 13th floor in the building. The floor that should not be there. But that doesn't really make sense to me because I'm sure you can just count the fucking windows. Oh, floor 13. They just have a floor called N and hopes nobody fucking presses it.
It's new.
New?
Signature letter of the Greek alphabet.
New mail. What I'm wondering is, like, can't you just count the floors? Like, any security regulation, inspection, anything, they just count the fucking floors from the outside, right? The bad actor is back. He never left, boys. He never left. Like, if you go outside and you're like, hey, there's a 12 and a 14 in this building. So why is there only a 12 and a 14 and then the 13 is not accessed? Also, there's an N button. Anyone could have just pressed that N button, and it's like, that's not really a secret floor. That just seems like a hazard to me. But anyway, they find it, and they find Brody alive in the coffin. Apparently he was being kept alive after being stabbed because of some fucking reason. I don't really know why. It didn't really seem like it had any purpose to it. But the problem is that I have to watch his horrible acting now. But they deduce, since this building and the Wayne building were both built by Alan, that both of them should have badly concealed secret floors. And they send Dent off to go and do that. Go and look for the secret floor so you can find the MacGuffin for the plot. Shadow Wizard Money Gang held a very special sort of get together, and they decided to introduce a whole bunch of killers that have now become mall ninjas. All of these people were revived. I don't know from where, but it's very exciting, isn't it? Oh, Putu Bud's angry. I still don't see what's so bad about just joining some of these guys. They're a bit pompous, but like, come on. The masks are kind of dopey, but I kind of want one. I like toast. Fuck off, fucking bird-looking ass motherfucker. However, this was all a ploy from Putu Bird, because she kills the husband, she kills the entire course because of some thing that she has. I guess she wants to start over because she got a bunch of pussies and she wants some better intel to start Shadow Wizard Money Gang 2. But regardless, when these teenagers walk in, they discover that everyone is murdered, and Putu Bird was actually the immortal that discovered the thing that they googled that brings people back to life. So she's gonna get away with everything. She is also in love with Dent, so he tries to track her down after everyone gets framed and arrested. She is like, no, but I love you because you kinda look like mashed potatoes. Your face crunches up a lot when you try to act as weird. Oh my god, she's 7 million years old. But she looks too 7 million years old. Oh, shut the fuck up. I hope if they fuck again. Well, actually, it doesn't matter because this whole series got cancelled, so I hope everyone dies. I'm just gonna headcanon that everyone dies, you know what I mean? Why did she fall in love with this guy though? Like, he's about as interesting as a brick wall, even with the like Crypt Keeper version of him. You know what I mean? Okay, they all die. The end. They got put on death row, and then the owls win. Just like it should be. Fuck this show. This is fucking awful. My god. Duella, who was staying with her mom the entire time, decides that she wants to go back to save her friends, but her mom won't have it. I wonder what happens after that. Oh, no, wait, no, I don't. I don't need to care. I have some other stuff coming up for the end of the year, but remember, I'm always open to do funny things about the CW because I hate them. So if there's another CW show you want me to watch, just let me know. Other than that, I have some other stuff coming up, and then I hope you have a really good 2024.
Ah! Schnipp, schnapp! Ah! Ah! Da, ja! Ich bin Schnappi, das Krokodil! Ha! Komm aus Ägypten, direkt am Nil! Ja! Und Schnappi ist so verletzlich! Denn wenn ich schnapp, den fresse ich! Zum Schnappen bin ich immer bereit!